All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. All right, so I don't have physical product to show you at the beginning of this video. I'm going to be talking about Dean Castronovo, Neal Schon a little bit, but I'm going to do a little bit of work for the rock media here in the United States because they don't know how to do their job promoting anything because they don't care. That's the reason. Revolution Saints, here's the t-shirt right here. Eagle Flight. It comes out on the 21st, and Donald Trump has even heard the album, and he's pretty excited. It's absolutely amazing. It's incredible. It could be like the greatest melodic rock album of all time. And by the way, everybody knows it, right? Everybody is saying it too. It is. It's fantastic. I've listened to it from start to finish. I don't know if Trump has his copy. My guess is he probably doesn't. But thank you, Frontiers, the record label, for sending the link so I can listen. And it's phenomenal. I will put phenomenal. I will put the link of my blog post review of that album into the description of this video. So you can click on that. I'll also put it in there where you can go and order, one-click ordering, where it'll take you to a website and you can order a copy and it will arrive the day it's supposed to come out, which is April 21st. So that's really cool. You know what's not cool? Cut and paste journalism, artificial intelligence, bots, whether they're bots that are now writing articles or cutting and pasting articles. So let me start with Dean Castronovo. So Dean Castronovo did an interview on the Road to Rock. That's the name of the place, or the person that interviewed him. And this is what was transcribed on this website. He goes, "I don't take anything for granted now. I mean, honestly, bro, and I'm not blowing this up or hyping it, I should be dead. The amount of drugs that I was using would have killed a rhino. I mean, I was in deep. And I'm just grateful to be alive. I give all glory to Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for Christ pulling me out of that, I'd be dead." So for me, yeah, every day is like I go around with my drum tech every once in a while at these Journey shows, and I'm like, dude, I'm back in the band. Isn't this amazing? We pinch ourselves. I used to do that before, but now, dude, I'm grateful to have my wife back, my kids and my grandkids, and to be able to do what I love and making a living doing it, man. There's nothing better, nothing better. So here comes the cut and paste. Now, again, before I go into the cut and paste, there's nothing transcribed about the new Revolution Saints album. Dean's doing interviews for the Revolution Saints. He's talking about their new record, when it comes out, maybe what it's like to be working with Joel Hoekstra and Jeff Pilson, who are amazing musicians, Alessandro Del Vecchio, who people complain about, including yours truly. But he did an amazing job with both keyboards and production and song. I mean, all of these things. So it's more than both, right? Keyboards, production, songwriting. And he and Dean do some vocals that kind of intermingle. And it's a really interesting, if you got some headphones, Alessandro and Dean singing, it's good. It's really, really good. So here comes more of the cut and paste. The now 58-year-old musician was dismissed from Journey in 2015 following years of alcohol and drug abuse that led him to being sentenced to 4 years probation for a variety of charges involving his now wife. Castronovo later admitted that he emotionally, verbally, and physically abused his wife and said that he will always be indebted to her for calling the police after his 24-day binge on a certain substance. And then again, they've got more Castronovo quotes about the drugs and the alcohol exacerbating things. He says, "I deal with it every day." But this is all after the part of the transcript that they decided to use. They talk about jail time. They talk about him being fired from Journey. Then they talk about how Dean said they had to fire me from Journey. And these are things that they rehash every time Dean Castronovo says something in the media. I'm pretty sure when he did one interview with me, and I'm pretty sure that this particular website covered it. I'm always interested when these people will cover me, because I honest to goodness, I don't like any of these websites. I just don't. First of all, their worldview is completely opposite of mine. They think God is ridiculous, and they think, oh, sure, yeah, he got his life together. Well, he had to have surgery, and he was taking medication before the surgery, which just shows that the whole thing is a sham. We're going to demonstrate that and say that, he got addicted again. No, he didn't get addicted. He didn't. I'm sure a doctor said to him, hey, you got to take this stuff. And we've been over this on this channel. I've been over it. But it's frustrating because, again, this is supposed to be about the Revolution Saints, who they're not going to cover. Instead, because, if I put, and some of this is just, there's nothing you could do about it. Because I could put the video title to this video, Revolution Saints new album, blah, people, click, I don't want to, no, I'm not going to involve myself with that. But if you say, Dean Castronovo, scandal from 2015, click, 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 Sorry, I just clicked like a chicken there. So Castronovo returned to Journey. Finally, they get to that, which is big news, in 2021, and has been performing with the band ever since, initially sharing drum duties with Narada Michael Walden. But then they go back. Castronovo revealed that he was on opiates for over a year while waiting to get his back surgery during the Thingdemic. The Thingdemic. And that's it. And then there's a link to the video, which is nothing like this article. The video is nothing like this article. I don't know, folks. And okay, so how do I relate this to... Oh, and by the way, they used a mugshot picture of Dean Castronovo on the top. They used a mugshot next to another shot. Why? This picture has been floating around the internet now for quite some time, and they used a mugshot for the article. 8 years later, did Dean Castronovo do something to these people? No, I don't think he did. I think they don't like the fact that somebody can turn their life around because, hey, we're the rock community, man. We celebrate drugs and alcohol. What's the matter, Dean? Get back off the wagon. You're giving us a bad reputation. People aren't supposed to recover and get better. You're not supposed to talk about Jesus Christ. What are you doing? Oh, ticks me off. So on the other side of the equation with Neal Schon, I'm going to bring him into this, right? Even though he's got nothing to do with this article. Neal is under attack in Facebook groups, or I don't know, groups on social media. I talked about this the other day, and I'm thinking there's got to be some kind of AI. It's got to be, and we found out through like the Twitter files. Elon Musk, by the way, isn't that much better, but at least he let this information get out there. But we find out that you can pretty much program anything to be harassed or throttled back. I'm thinking every day I do videos that my content is throttled back. The only video that didn't get overly throttled is the latest Eric Clapton video, because we didn't really talk about the thing. We didn't talk about his belief system. What we talked about was almost like two guys chatting on the front porch about whatever, which a lot of people appreciated, but a lot of people were like, how come you didn't ask him this and that? I don't want to trigger, the AI again. The first time he and I spoke, the video went completely viral. Media outlets were asking me to use it, and I said, no, sorry. You guys, no. You're going to lie. You're going to say something that's not true. You're going to take something out of context. So getting back to Neal Schon, if you're in a Journey group and you're talking about Neal Schon in a negative way, why do you even run a Journey group? If Neal Schon posts something on Twitter, why do like 20 people harass him for posting something on Twitter. Because what? Because there are 20 people there waiting at their keyboard? No, it just, I don't buy it. Yeah, there are some people who live to torment, but, like demons, all right? The demons who, answered Jesus and said, "We are legion." This is what's going on. This is the technology we have today. It's legion. It's against people who, for whatever reason, don't fit the profile of the new normal. They're not like, "Oh boy, lockdowns. I love lockdowns. Let's have another one. Oh, there's another threat out there." What happened to the fungus? Wasn't there a fungus that was supposed to get us? That was like one day they talked about fungus. Just like there's fungus among us, What do you do for fungus? I don't know. There's got to be a way to mitigate the fungus. So, speaking of fungus, this media landscape is different. Here's a guy, Dean Castronova, who turned his life around, right? And he's better than he was in 2015. That should be celebrated. If people had any class or grace, they would acknowledge that. And they would actually talk about the new Revolution Saints album. But that doesn't fit their agenda because they will never promote music that's melodic and where the lyrics are uplifting, or it's just well thought out as far as the arrangement. It's hard rocking enough, but yet it's not making your ears bleed. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what the new Revolution Saints album is like. As far as Neal Schon goes, hey, we should be on Neal's side, but he's paranoid. He doesn't like us. Neal's interesting because he's kind of an equal opportunity random offender. Politically, he's probably more left of center, but, he complains about things that a lot of people on the right side of things complain about. And as far as his wife goes and some of the things that are being said about her, whether you like her or not, it's inappropriate. It's wrong. I would say the same thing about John and his wife, even though something a couple weeks ago caught my attention and I was like, no. You can't make threats. You can't do that. Yeah, edit the tape and post it again because you can't put that on the internet. You shouldn't be putting that on the internet. You shouldn't be standing in front of a group of people and saying that. You shouldn't be saying it to people. People know what you're talking about, just like people know what I'm talking about right now. People know who I'm talking about right now. But I'm not saying anything. You know why? It's called, I'll get in big trouble. Now, other people have taken a lot more liberty to put out statistics and details of certain things that are going on, all right, in that whole legal battle between Neal and John. I think something bigger is happening, though, to the world, and it has to do with this technology. And you could even relate it to things like the social credit score, ESG. If you're not, if you're not happy, like Howard Stern is upset with Travis Tritt and Kid Rock because they're not drinking Bud Light anymore. And there are 1,000 videos probably on YouTube now talking about how insane that was. By the way, Anheuser-Busch as a company, I think, lost $4 billion in worth in 1 week. Yeah, that was a great marketing campaign, huh? Oh, but if you don't like it, you're some kind of phobe. Yeah, here's what. I don't want to like it. I don't have to like it. And you can't make me like it. That's the whole point of that. All right, so I'm kind of rambling here. The bottom line with Dean Castronovo and, to a lesser extent, Neal Schon is that I've noticed that these guys can't get a break. They can't catch a break when it comes to publicity. He's just doing an interview to promote the new Revolution Saints album. That's what he's doing. He's not there so you can rehash his entire life. That's ridiculous. And as far as Neal Schon goes, hey, I'm sorry, there are two sides to this story. You can dislike him all you want. He's also the founder of the band. He's one of the world's great guitar players or greatest guitar players. And no matter how hard you push on these two guys, you can't take away their musical ability and the fact that they've achieved a lot, and that it was really, in a way, very, I guess, appropriate that on April Fool's Day, Neil and Dean were talking about their sobriety, and they're making jokes about, getting their own private jet and getting another private jet and buying more of them, because obviously that's what's being alleged, that they spend too much money. But they weren't the ones, I guess, out there first buying private jets. So anyway, I said a lot there. Let's again close with Revolution Saints, Eagle Flight. Nice t-shirts available from Frontiers Music. I don't get money from Frontiers. I've been accused. Are you working for them? No, I've actually toned it down this year. I've not talked about Frontiers as much. There are other great record labels out there. I will be promoting music that I like. That's how I'm going to do it. But yeah, you can get the t-shirt through Frontiers, which is nice. The CD, I will put a link in the description. You can buy it in a couple of different places if you want a physical copy. But yeah, you can get it the day it comes out, which is April 21st. I'll do the promotion, okay? Since the rock media websites, they won't do the promotion for this album. They won't talk about it. Just another one of them project bands. Yeah, Jeff Pilson, Joel Hoekstra. Hello, is this on? It is still. I didn't turn it off like I did the other day. Yeah, those are good musicians, right? You would think you would talk about Joel Hoekstra, Jeff Pilson, and Dean Castronovo, and Alessandro Del Vecchio working together to make some really amazing music. You would think you'd talk about that, but nope. Cut and paste AI. Again, every single time it happens, no matter what this guy talks about, it's cut and paste, journalistic, lack of integrity, and malfeasance. So yeah, same thing with Neal Schon. Neal Schon, who again isn't perfect, and I'm not saying he is. I know he's got faults. Maybe he does spend too much money, but you know what? It's his money. He wants to spend it. Let him spend it. I'm thinking he's just trying to spend the inheritance, because yeah, there are circumstances there too that I'm not going to get into. But in any event, thanks for watching, folks. I'm sorry if this video didn't make sense to you. I'm a little ticked off because when you read articles and you think it's going to be about what the video or what the content is, and it's completely back-asswards, or ass backwards. Sorry, I've been talking too long. Then you really know, folks. You really know that life is getting a little bit bizarre, and it just is. There's too much technology, and it's multiplying. It's metastasizing. The technology is like a cancer, and if we don't slow it down, I think we're all kind of doomed.